EastX Twitch's stream of Velocity 2X. I am not EastX Twitch. My name is Tyler. I'm subbing in for Paul, or EastX. He is not on vacation, but very much out of the country, doing some work, fun stuff. I forgot what country he said he was in. Do you remember, Brian?
I think he said he's in Latvia.
Latvia. You know, all the best video game developers come from Latvia.
Oh, totally.
But that's where he is. So it's me. You got me tonight. So sorry to anyone who that bugs. And I am co-hosting tonight with Brian. Go ahead and say your introduction, your catchphrase.
I don't know if I have an opening catchphrase, but you know, I am here.
We got to work on a lot more catchphrases. Everyone needs several catchphrases.
Okay.
So tonight we're looking at Velocity 2X. It is coming to Xbox One when? Do you know, Brian?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's coming out on Steam on Tuesday, so I would assume it's coming out for the Xbox One about the same time.
Okay, so next week.
Part of PC and Xbox releases tend to be pretty close.
Part of that summer spotlight 25 games or whatever they were releasing over the next 30 days, so that's cool. Do you have a link to Paul's article about the interview? Wait, did it ever post?
I don't think he had an interview. I usually read all his articles, and I didn't see one.
It's not posted yet. That's too bad. He wanted me to pimp the article. He did an interview with the developer. He said it turned out really well. One of his best interviews he's done yet. And we do not have a link to share that with you guys, unfortunately. So look forward to that in the coming days, hopefully. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. This Velocity 2X, it's a sequel to Velocity. It is it's like a racer, not like a platforming racer, but it's like a precision racer. So you do kind of have to go fast for the gold medals and stuff. But your goal is to collect all the pods and do different things. So right now it's telling me to rescue all the survivors. And it does have shooting aspects, but it's not like a shoot 'em up or anything like that. I guess
I just looked it up. This game drops for the Xbox One and PC on Tuesday.
There we go. Keep the ship low on screen while boosting. Oops. You actually have to break every piece of glass for the 100% as well.
I should have probably changed that text a little bit. Oh well.
Oh, I think that's fine.
Didn't you already say you earned all the trophies in this?
I did not get the platinum.
Or are there separate trophies for the Vita versus the PS4 version?
Nope, it's a shared list, unfortunately. So no matter which one you play it on, you only get one set of trophies. I did not earn them all, but I earned all the reasonable ones. It's an extremely difficult big game. We have a thread that we all hang out in on CAG, and this was a tournament game for the month. Everyone, because we got it free on PlayStation Plus when it launched, and everyone was going for the platinum. I think 3 guys got it, 3 or 4 guys. I was really impressed with that. I couldn't do it. It was just way too hard. So that's it. There's 50 levels. That was the first level. Basically just a training level. Hey Cluck, my duck. Welcome. Seems like Cluck makes sure to make it to all of my streams. I swear I saw him last time I was streaming. He was here. Lucky Cluck.
Uh-oh.
So here we have story. I'm gonna skip it because I don't really care. It's not terribly deep. I don't know. So you can see the goal is to go fast. You also teleport. Using the Vita, you can actually use the touchscreen to teleport. I'm assuming the touchpad won't work. Let's find out. Nope, it doesn't work. So you use square to teleport. It's another just little aspect. I can't shoot those yet because I don't have bombs. But there's a lot of just different aspects to the game that make it require some extreme precision to get 100%. It's a pretty hard game in general, but it's nothing too challenging. But the 100% is crazy hard.
It will be on Tuesday. It comes out on Xbox One and PC, Steam on Tuesday. And it is currently on the PS4 and the Vita, which is the way Tyler's currently playing.
That's correct. I'm on the PS4 version, yep. And actually, yeah, I played the Vita version last time, so this is my first time actually playing it on PS4. I don't think I owned a PS4 actually when we got it for free on PlayStation Plus.
Wow, this has been out for a while then.
Yes, it's been out for over a year. Sierra, which is the publisher, it's not the publisher of this game. Sierra is like is an old company that's kind of come back, and I don't know if it's just the name that someone purchased for the rights, or it's actually the same company that was around before. But they're getting back into publishing.
It's just the name.
Okay.
It's just the name. It's owned by Activision Blizzard.
Okay, so they are still owned by Activision, like as
Yep.
of now. Okay. Anyways,
Yep.
they are
just
doing the
released the new King's Quest game.
Oh, did they?
Yep.
There you go. Did they develop that or just publish it?
I'm not sure who the developer on that one was.
Okay.
They did publish it. Their name is, in the startup credits.
Gotcha. Well, that makes sense. So they are back, and that they are publishing this game on Xbox One, which is, I assume no PC games have publishers anymore. Do like indie PC games have publishers?
Most of the time, they'll have somebody publish it.
Okay. I don't know.
Very rarely does it just get dropped on Steam or something.
Okay. But I mean, usually the developer can just self-publish, right?
That one's a little more difficult. You can in, say, the Xbox or Windows Store, but a lot of times, a lot of developers want to get their game backed by a big name publisher,
right?
To give them money for marketing and try to get it on as many platforms.
Definitely do understand that, but it's actually opened up a lot on Xbox One and PS4 where you can self-publish now, so a lot more games are doing that. Hey, Nin Zombie, welcome. This is Velocity 2X. So you see on that level, I got the perfect score. The little big met, I guess you say little, the big medal on the left side of the screen tells you how you scored, so it'll say perfect on the bottom if you did all 3. So I beat the level in 30 seconds. I rescued all 60 survivors. I don't know what they are. And then I got enough points, which means I destroyed all the glass and all the fun stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be giving away some games. There's only going to be 2 giveaways because Paul only had 2 codes.
Yep.
But those will be later tonight. I'm not sure what system the codes are for. He didn't actually say.
I think the swindle would have to be Xbox One, I'd assume, unless he's sitting on a
Then they're
random,
both
like,
probably
PS4 code.
Xbox One because the codes are in the same format.
Brothers, I would assume, is the new Xbox One version that just released.
Probably, yeah. So they're probably both Xbox One.
Oh, but let me go ahead and add SoCalled real quick. So the screen's going to go blank. Don't freak out, guys. That's just how Sony does it. And then I'll be right back. In regards to like the UI and stuff, like showing it off.
Using all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
It is excessive.
It is quite weird. Okay, so now I'm in. This is new to the second version. This is the second Velocity game. The first one was originally called a PlayStation Mini. Then there was actually an HD version put on the PlayStation Vita and PS3, which I did get the platinum on that one. I love that game. I like this one a whole lot too. I don't love these kind of like platforming sections quite as much as I like the spaceship stuff. So that's kind of the difference there. That's why I like the first one more. But all this sort of side-scrolling stuff is new to this game. It was not in the first one. And it looks like SoCalled has joined our chat. Are you there? He may not have his mic on yet.
Possibly. I think I'd be the exact opposite. I would like the platforming segments and not really care much for the space
And now he was left.
shooting segment.
I actually like platforming more than space shooters. But if and when you play this, I think you'll probably end up agreeing with me. I don't know how much you like it. The space shooting is super exact. The platforming is less exact once you get to some of the later stuff, which is really. To me, it wasn't perfect enough. But I do actually. I love the how it looks and stuff like that. But actually, the shooting is a little bit more perfected. But yeah, this game's all about speed. I wish I had separate trophy lists so I'd be more encouraged to play it a second time. It's a lot of fun. Spent many hours with both the first and second game. Xbox One fans are in for a treat. I think it's $20 on PS4. I think that's what it launched at anyway, so I'm wondering if it'll be $20 on Xbox One. Sometimes they drop
The Steam version was 20.
Okay.
They have the pre-orders listed at 20, so I'm assuming the Xbox
Yep, it'll
will
be
be
20, guaranteed.
I mean, this isn't a terrible game for $20. Looks pretty good. Has good,
great visuals,
great graphics.
The 50 levels take a lot longer. The later levels take so much. Like, I mean, they're legit levels. I'm just flying through these first ones. It looks like SoCalled can't get in. Let me try one more time.
All right. Yeah, they tend to keep all the pricing the same.
PS4 chat stuff is a bit finicky.
Xbox One.
Yeah,
it has gotten a lot better, but I don't know why they didn't just replicate what they were already doing and then try to make it even better. It's like they just took everything they had, threw it away, and said, "Okay, let's start over."
Yep.
It's weird. It doesn't make sense.
I'm sure you've been part of it too, either as in the chat or as the, actually on voice with Paul and the rest of the team. But we've talked many times, especially early during the Xbox One release, kind of like what kind of logic they had with all the online issues. Like all the different ways that the online had gotten worse from the 360 to the Xbox One, which made no sense.
Yeah.
They have made it a lot better, but there's still issues, like you're saying.
Yeah, although here very shortly, preview members should get access to the new dashboard and the Windows 10 kernel.
Oh, there you go. SoCalled, can you hear me? Excellent.
All right,
and do you have your voice allowed to share on the party settings? If you go into the party, and there's in the settings there you have to
Alright, I changed it to always allow.
Okay, great. So our wonderful viewers should be able to hear you now.
Alright, fantastic.
I
had that NAT issue, but apparently it worked the second time.
Yeah, it's finicky. It's not a real NAT issue. It's a stupid, weird PlayStation issue because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So obviously it's not a real issue that's causing major problems. Hey, Robob.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
So
I thought he said he was going to another stream. Did that not work out?
I don't know. Maybe he's not watching, but just chatting. Oh no, but he's responding to. Oh, maybe he's responding to the text. Maybe he's not responding to what we're saying. He might be in the chat still. Sounds broken. Are you saying SoCalled's voice sounds broken? It doesn't sound too bad to me.
Does my voice sound horrible?
Okay, it does sound a little bit. It did sound worse there, and then it got better.
I can try changing headsets if this one sucks.
I would maybe do that.
Yeah, the quality's not the greatest on that one.
Alright, let's try headset number 2. Give me a second.
So Brian, one of the other issues I remember out this now. So if you're watching the stream in a second, you'll see that I'm shooting things. It's actually controlled with the right stick, which is not particularly accurate when you have to do specific angles. So shooting it can be a bit of a pain. It kind of has to be the right stick because you have to do it while you're moving to get the best times.
Oh, I see.
And then too, I need to be able to get down there while running and then get back up. See, the perfect times, probably not in this level, but in some of the later ones, they're literally you have to be running the whole time. I'm having issues with the... There we go.
Do I sound any better now?
Yes.
That is a lot better.
It's a lot better?
Yep.
Yeah, significantly.
Alright, that's strange. Apparently PS4 doesn't like Razer headsets.
Well, it wouldn't work with my my headset that I have for my iPhone. It just didn't work at all.
And you also can't run and shoot, which is weird. So you can run and slide. Sometimes you can run and slide. You can run and dash, but you cannot run and shoot. So you have to take your. Some of the decisions they made in the platforming just made it a little bit less precise than the ship shooting one. Hey, Angel Kisses, welcome. Game's bringing back memories already. Have you played or heard of this or anything so-called?
No, I haven't heard of this at all.
It's a really good game.
Oh my god, now... Sorry, now I'm hearing myself in my headset. Hold on a second.
Alright, since we only have 2 codes to give away, I think I'm going to give away the first one here.
Sounds good. Are you going to do like an actual giveaway, or are you just going to do like a code drop and have everyone scramble for it?
No, we'll do an actual giveaway rather than torture people.
That'd be more fun.
Well, I only have 2, so I don't want anybody to go away, all cranky.
That means only 1 out of 5 people are going to win today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You guys are lucky that I can't pull in the viewers like Paul does. Although it's too bad that Paul's not streaming this game and to be able to get more viewers. Although he wouldn't stream it right away because it's brand new and he doesn't have fucked up. He doesn't have, new game codes right away. Oh, I shouldn't probably say that word on this stream. So, and I missed one there too. You can see there's another little mechanic being introduced, and that is these like little door number things. So you have to shoot them to deactivate the barriers.
Oh, neat.
It's much more complex. It goes up to like 8. There's actually, I probably won't get into any like the puzzle levels. There's actually huge maps where you have to, like you go in a specific order and you shoot the numbers in a specific order and stuff, and you kind of have to memorize the orders. It's a tough game.
This is straight from the PS4.
Yep, straight from the PS4 Dark Player. I do have a capture card that I could use, but I'm lazy. It's hooked up to my PS3 and my PlayStation TV if I ever want to stream from those, but I don't do it from PS4 because it's so easy to just click on share, go to Twitch, and start it up.
Yeah, I'd have to say that using the Elgato is a lot more hassle than it's worth most of the time.
Really? You think so?
That's why I just stream PC games. I might start streaming Xbox One games through my PC if I gotta test it out and see how that works for me. But
then you need a capture.
Yeah,
I don't know. You mean through the streaming that Xbox One can do to PC?
Yeah, it works. As long as you have a decent connection, it works really well. It streams pretty nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, everything in my house is wired, so it should be pretty good.
Yeah, if it's all wired, then you shouldn't have any problems at all.
I know the PlayStation...
Cool. Yeah, I noticed you were doing it.
As far as I could tell, it was working well. I didn't really have any complaints.
I did. Not any real punishment for death. Actually, I don't remember if you have a certain set amount of lives. Let's find out. I wasn't really wanting to go to the dock. I wanted to see if I had any lives. We'll keep going, I guess. I don't think you have any set amount of lives, but the whole point of this game is, beat it in super fast amount of time, so when you die, you have to restart, and that takes a few seconds.
So is this like a spaceship slash platformer game?
Yes. Platformer is not exactly the word I would use. I mean, yeah, the side-scrolling parts are. But even the spaceship parts, it's more of like a puzzle shooter, fast racing thing than it is, or not a shooter, than it is like an enemy shooter. Yeah, so there's no lives.
You're in serious trouble, man.
So does the screen automatically scroll? That's what's killing you?
Yes. Yeah, you can hold the right trigger and it scrolls faster. So you can see here there's actually a switch inside the side-scrolling, the platforming section, the side-scroller section. Then you come back out here, and then that's how you get to the next section like that. So the side-scrolling and the shooting, it intermingles a lot. Like, whoops. You go between the two a lot.
Yeah, Cluck My Duck, the Twitch streaming feature is basically the same on both Xbox One and PS4. I'd say maybe it's slightly easier on PS4, but I mean, ever so slightly.
Are you talking compared to just the
it's
native?
dirt simple on both.
The native app, or whatever you want to call it, the native feature.
Well, the only reason it's easier on the PS4 is because there's a button dedicated to it.
Right, instead of having to go through
Well,
the
it also has a little bit more features as well, like being able to chroma key and things like that.
Hmm.
You can do what?
You know chroma key? You know, make green screen? You can actually do that on the PS4 if you have the camera and all.
Huh, interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That is cool.
I saw someone do it. I mean, I haven't tried it myself, so I mean, I can't speak to it in that way, but someone else did it, so.
Oh, and you can't have a party chat on the Xbox One streaming, is what Royal Bob is saying. So you can't do what we're doing right now on Xbox One. Is that correct?
You can't, but what was cool about streaming from the Xbox to my PC, and then from my PC to Twitch, was that the chat did show up. That's one way around it. I mean, it's not the best way, but it does work.
Whoops. So here's the actual first appearance of enemies. So you do also have to kill enemies to get perfect scores in levels that have enemies, which you have to kill them all just like that, and they usually just drop little weapons upgrades.
Hey, now people are talking.
Collectible right there. Brothers is first, huh? Yeah, the Swindle's better.
You know, suddenly people we've never seen before. No skinning.
Yeah, whoops. I actually really like the Swindle. I reviewed the Swindle for my site. I probably shouldn't plug my stream during the contest, but I should plug my Twitch stream. You guys can plug yours as well if you'd like.
Well, I will when we get there.
Yeah. So that the 13 viewers here can make sure to follow our streams as well.
Well, I think most of them already follow both.
Exactly.
And
that's probably true.
Whoops.
You know, I'm sure every one of us, all the regulars here tonight, you got a few.
Yeah, it's too bad that I couldn't get the cross-save data to load, because I'd show you like one of the later levels. And I mean, the game is all the same. Whoops, I don't know why I'm having issues with this teleport thing. But like the later levels are much longer and have puzzles. We're already starting to get to like the more simple kind of puzzle aspects of the game. I'm never good at that.
Like, what type of puzzles are we seeing?
It's more like it's all involving these like little number things that I'm shooting right now, but it's more like map puzzles of figuring out where to go next and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure puzzles is the exact word that should be used, but it's kind of about
like maze
strategy and stuff. Kind of, yeah, like a maze type thing. And there's like a little feature that allows you to an upgrade that like lets you teleport backwards. So you go forward and you hit the button that you have to hit, and then you go back. Teleport back to where you were. It's definitely not the best game for whoops. Like if you guys weren't here, it'd be hard for me to. I mean, it is hard for me to read the stream, but at least you guys can communicate with the viewers. Like, right. I don't really do it in levels.
There hasn't been anything since the contest started. I think everyone's concerned about that.
Have you guys played Brothers?
I haven't. I've only played about an hour of it or so.
Not a whole lot.
Be honest, I have no idea what that is.
Really? It's where you control each one of the brothers with a different stick. It got pretty good reviews.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. I just, I have so many other games.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now, Rocket League's pretty much taking up my time.
Yeah, Rocket League's great. I was playing that for a little bit last night. I played for a while, actually.
Yeah, I started it at like 10:30 last night. Next thing I know, it's 3 in the morning.
Yep, that'll happen. It sounds like Rocket League will be coming to Xbox One at some point. So, you guys can look forward to that, you Xbox owners out there.
Or you can grab it on Steam right now.
Yep. It's been on Steam for a long time, and it goes on sale quite often, so...
Which game?
Which one?
Oh, we were talking about Rocket League, I think.
Oh, Rocket. It is on Steam, too.
It is on Steam, yes.
Sorry, I was confused. I thought we were talking about a different game. Sure. I get confused a lot.
I should hopefully at least be able to make it to the first boss. Don't we? We all get confused a lot, I think.
Hey, Brian, do you know what Dark Player's trying to say?
I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah, Cluck My Duck Rocket League. Pick the game up. It's fun and incredibly addicting.
Xbox One has
I think he doesn't like the controls of this.
I mean,
game.
I have been bitching about the platforming controls, the side-scrolling sections a bit. So, I mean, they work really well. They're not perfect to me. This game demands so much perfection if you want to beat it 100%. And I spent a lot of hours doing it, and I was just kind of not overly happy with the side-scrolling controls. They're really good. You're not going to have any issues beating the game. But if you want like pure perfection, it's a bit of torture. But no, the Xbox One's going to control exactly the same.
How long is this game if you're really good at it?
How long is it if you're really good at it?
Yeah, if you're trying to speed through it as fast as possible.
If you just want to beat it, 5 hours? 6 maybe?
Okay,
so that's $20.
But if you want to get 100%,
Not the greatest.
if you want to get 100%, you're looking at probably about 20 hours, just because you have to play levels so much, memorize them, and absolutely perfect them.
So you would say the replay value is in trying to speed run the game, basically.
Yes, and that's really the entire point of this game is speed. Like, this game's not. There's going to be a few levels that get to you a bit, and a couple of bosses that get to you a bit, but the game's not really about just beating it once. The game's about the speed and trying to beat it. It's almost like a high score leaderboard game almost, in that most people will be able to beat it no problem. That's not the challenge. The challenge is getting really good at it, and it's really fun once you get good at it. Like, you feel like a pro. Just like, I mean, same with kind of like Rocket League. You know, once you get really good at it, and you think, man, this is fun. I feel like I really know what I'm doing in this game.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that point.
I'm starting to get better at Rocket League. Everyone plays, like, I have some friends that I play with, some people I know anyway, and we all have different skill levels, so it doesn't work out that great, and it's kind of lopsided sometimes. But when I just do ranked or other matches, just standard matches, it's poorly. No one plays goalie, which bugs me.
I occasionally will have a person play goalie, but I like playing 2-on-2, which it's kind of hard to have a goalie.
Yeah, 2-on-2 you can't do
time.
goalie. I play almost exclusively 3-on-3. 2-on-2 you have to basically have two people, because like you need someone to kind of finish off shots and passes and stuff like that.
Right. What's your highest score on there for a ranked game?
You mean like in a single game?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been in the 900s a few times, I think. I'm not necessarily sure that was on ranked or if it was on just regular. But I've definitely had some really good games. Ranked is weird when someone drops out in ranked. They don't get replaced by AI. It's just like 3-on-2 after that point, or 2-on-1 or whatever. So
yeah, that can be frustrating.
Really, yeah, and you really rack it up against them on those games too, and end up scoring like 5 or 6 goals because, it's getting out of hand. Whoops.
Well, that seems a little lopsided. Hopefully they fix that.
It's actually intentional to... I don't know. Because the AI is just not on the same level, so it doesn't work in ranked, but it's weird. I thought it was weird how they did that.
I wonder if they invalidate a match if somebody drops, like if somebody has a bad connection.
I don't know. I am not sure if it still counts to your connection or counts to your total or what.
It's really kind of a mystery how the ranking works, to be honest. I don't know of anyone that knows exactly the formula.
Yep, I'm not sure. Yeah,
I'm not ranked at the number. I'm still numberless.
In ranked matches, I thought you had a. You always.
Well, no. So, well, no, you have that like level, like whatever, 1, 2, 3, 17, 20, whatever. But like in the rankings, there's an actual rankings.
Oh,
like,
I haven't looked
top
at that.
Player, second, third.
Is that
fourth,
like on leaderboards or something?
Yeah,
Oh, I haven't looked at that. I'll have to
I'm
check
not.
that out.
Yeah, you have to check it out because it gives you like a score. Like mine's in the couple hundreds. And, like the top people are like I think like 13 or 1400.
Gotcha.
I have no idea what it means or anything.
I'll have to check that out. Whoops. Anyways, what I was saying originally just bugs me. Like how I like to play goalie in 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 is whoever starts in the back is the one who should just pick up goalie for that run until someone scores, and then that's a pretty fair way to trade off because everyone will have to do it eventually. It's random, but it's pretty good about like separating it out a bit. But man, people never want to play goalie, and it's frustrating when someone just gets like a 3/4 of the field shot that bounces in because no one's back there to just knock it away.
Yeah, that's true. At the same time, though, most people, including myself, suck at goalie. So, how much use I would be in goalie would not be
it's
worth
true.
me sitting
It's
back
true,
there.
but it's a good way to practice. But
It
yeah,
is.
I get pissed when people don't play goalie and you get let in easy goals because I always stay back, or almost always stay back, if I'm the person who's supposed to stay back.
For me, when it's 2-on-2, and the other person's going to go after the kickoff, and I'm kind of staying back, and the person who's going after the kickoff just absolutely whiffs, and so the other team gets the perfect shot, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep. Yeah, that sucks. And then that's when you have to stay back right at the kickoff. People will run and go grab the boost right at the beginning, and then that happens, and it goes right in while the person who's in back is doing nothing.
Yeah.
Is out of the way.
I mean, I've gotten pretty good at scoring off the kickoffs.
Nice. 2-on-2
Kind of
is
been
probably
practicing
a bit
that.
simpler than 3-on-3.
I mean, it
almost all depends on if the other person is paying attention.
Yeah, the kickoff, I mean, it's either, a straight shot or the shot off the side wall and in.
Yep.
Depending on how you want to do it.
I've seen them both happen frequently. Do you play with someone specifically in 2-on-2, or you just go in random 2-on-2 matches?
No, I do rank every time.
Okay.
So that's pretty much all I play. Rank 2-on-2. I prefer 2-on-2 because, I don't know, it just feels like you're more important to the game.
Oops.
Though I've met some pretty douchey people.
There's tons. And that's true of all online gaming ever, but yeah, there's lots in that game. Whoops.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a speedrun type game.
It definitely is,
sure.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I need to be doing this almost in one complete motion. Not entirely, because I'm only on like the 11th level, I think, so there's still a little bit of, like, if you want the perfect score, the perfect medal, the timing is pretty close to where you need to be holding run at every instance. Come on. How come it wasn't enough to do it?
Plus, you're only going to do so well while you're talking at the same time.
Right, and I haven't played this in a long time either. It's a game that requires a lot of practice.
Like, did you watch Games Done Quickly?
No, I didn't.
Summer Games
At
Done
all?
Quick, that was incredible.
Yeah, there's a reason none of those guys talk while they're doing it.
Although the guy who
Almost
opened the event, he was talking like the whole time, but he plays that game. I looked at his Twitch channel. He plays that game every day.
Yeah, there's someone I started following that was playing a game on there, and I'd probably say 85% of her streams is the exact same game, speedrunning it.
Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, it's to get that good at a game, requires you to play it every day.
Did you see the Tetris guys?
Oh, those guys were insane. They were better last year.
Yeah, I don't even get how
they were crazy.
Yeah, I don't even get how that's possible. That just blew my mind how you could even think that fast.
I mean, yeah, the people who talk while they're speedrunning, like Collect My Duck here says, are crazy, but some people know their games so incredibly well that they can, they can just have a casual conversation with you while they're absolutely demolishing this game.
It's funny, that sort of thing is kind of how I mean, I kind of used to be that way. I think when we were younger and there weren't that many games to play, or you didn't have as much expendable income when you were younger, you did get to play, you got to know games a lot better. I obviously couldn't do anything like they do, but I mean, I was pretty good at the original Super Mario, things like that. But I'm kind of the opposite now. Like, I'd never want to dedicate that much time to learning a single game. I'd much rather enjoy the variety.
A lot of these people are college kids too, so they have the ability to take that much time. People who have a standard 40-hour-a-week job don't really have that kind of luxury.
Well, that and I'm sure they have some decent communities around those games, so they probably get used to talking to the same people.
Yeah, for sure.
I was also impressed.
I would say, Royal Bob just asked a question. I have not even heard of Swindle till Paul gave me the code. So,
Swindle's really good. I'm gonna link you to this review that I know someone who wrote it. He's a really cool guy that wrote it. But the Swindle's really good. It could have been great. It has a few little minor platforming issues that just kind of drive me nuts, and it can be very difficult sometimes. Actually, the end level is unfairly difficult. It's really frustrating. The actual logic and gameplay, it's a roguelike. It's fun. I really enjoyed it. I like roguelikes, but
cool.
It's a fun
game.
Yeah,
this looks pretty good.
And so this is a boss. I think there's 3 or 4 bosses in the game. Kind of doesn't really fit the tone of the rest of the game, but it's not terribly hard. Well, it kind of does. You actually do have to do some of the side-scrolling stuff even in the boss levels.
Sorry if you hear some thunder in the background. I think it's getting ready to rain here.
I didn't hear anything, but no worries. I'm getting my ass kicked.
Hey, quick question. On the PS4, is there an easy way to mute your mic with the controller?
Not really.
Not with the controller, no.
Alright, fair enough.
It died. Easiest way is probably... Gosh, I don't even know. It would just start picking up the audio from the...
Right.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Nope. Not that I know of. So it looks like he actually retained all the damage I did to him the first time, so you can see that that's not difficult at all, because he's already 3/4 dead. I don't know if I have so many lives or what. And I don't know if these bosses are timed. Yeah, it is still timed, but I think they're pretty generous on the time for the bosses. You just can't die or else you won't get the perfect score.
Yeah, they're really generous. You have 18 minutes to kill this guy?
Yeah, that's what I was saying to beat the game. The game is not hard. The point of the game is to, do the speed run stuff. Let's see, the gold time was 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I actually got the gold on time, even with dying, so that was pretty generous. Rescues, I got gold too. So I actually would have had perfect if I didn't die a couple times, because I got everything else 100% on there. But since I died, it didn't count.
Cool.
So I wasn't really noticing. Do you have a health bar or something?
The screen kind of gets more and more red, like in a lot of first-person shooters and stuff, but no actual health bar that you can see. You see we're in a little bit different area. I now also have bombs. You can see I can shoot out left and right. I can shoot backwards too. Just another little mechanic that's added into the game to make it harder. You actually end up using the bombs a lot more. I'll start using the bombs for a lot of my forward shots too, because my finger kind of just ends up sitting on the stick. When you fire it with the right stick instead of X, you use X or you use cross to fire. I know if I say X.
Do you have a limited number of them, or just?
No. Nope. Unlimited.
Nice.
Whoops.
I don't think I ever remember anyone calling X cross back in the PS1 days.
I've kind of called it cross, half as a joke, but half because I think it's kind of cool. I guess I shouldn't say half, but half also because Saying X on an Xbox controller is completely different because the buttons are in different locations. You know, to fire on the Xbox controller, it should be A.
Well, yeah, but if you think of PS1, you're not dealing with the Xbox, so...
Right, you're meaning back in the day, and I actually didn't even have a PS1.
You hear some people say, oh, it's the cross, it's not the X. Well, I never even remember hearing it called cross back then, so...
Yeah, I've seen a few people say it, there's even on God, what was it, Defense Grid 2 on PlayStation 4, they call it cross in the game, in the in-game tutorials. I thought that was kind of funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what game I was playing, but there was one game that called it cross.
Yeah. Me and some friends have so we call it, you know, just tongue-in-cheek, but cross, box, pyramid, and loop, you know, just to be extremely difficult.
Yeah, if you told me press loop, I'd be like, what the hell are you talking about?
I know. Maybe it's hoop that we use. I don't remember if it's hoop or loop. I don't know. It's stupid, but it's just a running gag. So I needed to shave. You can see there, so I needed to shave 12 seconds off my time. I did get all the survivors. I did get all the crystals. I must have missed an enemy or something, so I didn't get the points I needed. So the game tells you how much you need. The first 25 or so levels are not that hard to get the perfect score on. It's around 25 or so, the last half of the game, that gets really, really difficult to get the perfect score. And assuming the achievements match the trophies, then you will need to get a perfect score on all of them if you want the 100%.
How many levels are there?
There are 50 levels.
50, you say?
50.
50.
Later levels are a good amount longer. There's levels that are as long as 7 minutes long, which, you know, it sounds nice for more content. Those are the ones you curse because they give you very little room for error, so you're 5.5 minutes into the level on a perfect run and you screw something up and you're gonna not be happy at all. So the bombs, I think the bombs fire faster and are a little bit more effective against enemies too.
Are the bombs unlimited?
Yes. And they don't unlock until like the 13th level, and I don't think they like. It's not like an upgrade that you go back and do things. Like each level lets you only use the things you've had up until that level, but it's built that way. If that makes sense. Like you can't go back to level 1 and use the bombs and blast things. I don't think you can. But usually the level's not built to really need bombs because you can't get to them yet, so it's kind of different. Oops.
I could imagine this game getting really hard for the later levels.
Yeah, it's hard for the perfect score. If you just want to beat the game, you just take, like, I'll play it like as if I just wanted to beat the level. If I hadn't, you know, played the hell out of this game when it came out. You'd go slow, you can walk slow through here, just shoot that thing, kind of figure out what to do. And you certainly can take your time. The difficulty comes from the speed and the points, the medal system. But if you're not going,
the speed's probably the biggest.
Right. But if you're not really gonna go for that, there's probably no point in playing the game. Like, I mean, the story's not terribly good. I have been skipping over it, so I don't even know what it's about. But you know, a lot of these games aren't built for story the way that other games are. Whoops. Did I get him? Yeah. And you know, it's not terribly challenging for your first run through. It's like, I'm trying to think of it. What's a good game that's like, you play it to just put up leaderboard scores, not to beat the game. You know, you play it to get good at it, not to just beat it. I kind of consider
Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris. That's about the best one.
A lot of beat 'em ups are kind of like that. Like, I mean, I don't know. Beat 'em ups are more arcadey though, huh? Just to take your quarters and have fun with friends, because there are not a lot of points involved in beat 'em up games.
I would say it's not for score, but a lot of racing games just for time. Same sort of idea.
Sure, yeah.
Like, I remember all the time I put into Gran Turismo 2. Good lord, that game was hard.
I've never actually played a Gran Turismo. I've never been into racing games. Unless it's like Mario Kart. Kart racers are fine.
That racing game, at least for me, was absolutely brutal. I don't know how I did it.
I can't play racing games without a wheel, so the last one I played was Forza. Forza
I actually
2 or 3.
I had a wheel for my PlayStation 2. I never really used it though. I thought it was harder than with the controller.
Are you guys excited?
Then again, I mean, it wasn't.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it wasn't a fancy one though. It was just a. I don't even remember what brand it was now, but I mean, something that's probably like $80-90.
Ah, well, yeah.
I was gonna ask if you guys watched Gamescom and are excited about anything that Xbox showed off.
Honestly, I didn't follow it at all.
Really?
I can't remember.
Xbox was the only big publisher type thing there, developer, whatever you want to call them, console manufacturer. Like Sony didn't have a lot, Nintendo I don't think had a lot. There's some indie stuff there that always gets revealed, and I think PAX is like going on this weekend, which probably has some more indie stuff too.
Yeah, PAX is big for indie game announcements nowadays.
I think Scalebound could be cool. It didn't look amazing, but I don't like to judge, based on the very first gameplay we ever see of it. But the idea, and then with Platinum's pedigree, I definitely think it could be cool.
Yeah,
Whoops.
I have specific games that I play right now, and so I don't really worry too much about what's coming out. I can always come back to it.
And I'm kind of the opposite. I do really enjoy following and seeing what's new and stuff like that. Like hearing about new game announcements and this stuff like that. This game is super fast. I'm trying to play it fast. The point of the game is to go fast, and that's why I'm playing it so fast. Shit.
Hey, Alaskan, how you doing?
Yeah, Scalebound is what I would be most looking forward to if I owned an Xbox One.
So I was looking. I searched Gamescom to see what's going on. Gamescom. And one of the stories I got was some type of Lego Portal game.
Yeah, isn't it like I think Portal is one of the type of things in Lego. Is it called Lego Dimensions? Do you know, Brian?
Yep. It's
yeah, that's what type of game is it?
It's like Disney Infinity and Skylanders,
similar.
Right?
Yeah, it's very similar to Skylanders or Disney Infinity.
Lego,
buy the figures
Lego type of
for
game
$14.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, so it's,
I love Portal, but
yeah, it's more like there'll be a Portal level set.
I just played a mod for Portal. If you have the PC version of it, called Portal Stories Mel. It was really good, but incredibly difficult.
Is that for Portal 2?
Yeah, it's a mod for Portal 2.
Hey, Surreal Sonicus, welcome. The game is great. I shouldn't badmouth the little bit of twitchy side-scrolling stuff because it still is really good. It got great reviews. I'm looking what it's at Metacritic. So it's at 90 for the Vita version and 86 for the PS4 version of Metacritic. So, and you guys are getting Xbox One owners here are getting a real treat when this game comes out. It's great. I mean, it takes some getting used to, and it's twitchy, but I mean, it's a great game and it looks great. I love the way it looks. We're in like a different area now than we were for the first 12 or so levels.
This is a speedrunning game, Zorbs, so probably not easy unless you're really good at it.
Do either of you guys aren't trophy guys at all, huh? Like achievements and trophies and stuff?
No, because I was a PlayStation 1 guy, I was a PlayStation 2 guy. I kind of skipped the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360
when it became
generation.
Right,
yeah, so I never really got into it, and I've only had Xbox for a couple months, or not Xbox, PlayStation for a couple months.
I was gonna look up the Velocity 2X PSN profiles. PSN profiles will tell you how rare the 100% is. 1.62% is the rarity for the 100%. So, 101,000 owners, 285 actually beat the game. So it's not simple. If you want to do everything in this game, which is the point of the game, like the point of the game isn't to beat it. The point of the game is to try and do everything. You've got your work cut out for you. And if you don't do it, that's fine. You'll have a great amount of time working on the rest of the achievements and beating the game and getting up to where your skill level and patience will allow you to get. Like, I mean, I had to stop. I wanted to try and platinum it because I really enjoy the game, and it just wasn't happening.
I'm not sure why they didn't use the touchpad for this on the PS4 controller, because you think it'd be perfect for teleporting.
It could be cool for teleporting. I don't know why they didn't at least try to implement it. When you're going for like the split second thing, if any sort of inexactness might screw it up. So I don't know if that would work or not. That's where kind of buttons always end up being the best bet. But they should have at least tried it, because like I said, on the Vita you can just touch the screen and it teleports you to where you touch.
Have you guys played any games that have actually used the touchpad?
Not really. Other than like as a secondary control.
Yeah. I mean, between the PS4 and the Vita, the only game that I've played that used it was Borderlands, and I absolutely hated it with a passion.
Yeah, the Borderlands you're talking about the Vita version of Borderlands, I'm assuming, with the back touchpad.
Yeah, they used the back touchpad for melee attacks.
Yeah, so they just couldn't, because there's not two shoulder buttons on the Vita, so they had nowhere else to map those buttons, since Borderlands is a huge game and basically every button has a function. Yeah, it's not great. The back touchpad on the Vita is not great, period. I mean, even on like games that maybe use it well, which Borderlands isn't one of them, it doesn't work for things like melee. The actual functionality is not great there. Let me restart this level, because this is the start of like the multi-path levels. That's probably what I should have called them, not like puzzles. But there's multiple paths, or kind of like a maze that you take to collect everything before you beat a level. And so a lot of the later levels are like this. So my screen just lit up blue. It told me to drop a it's like a transporter thing. So I dropped that right there. I go up the left side. You need to return where the brass patch ends, and hopefully you dropped a telepod. Open your map by tapping L1, and then select the telepod using the pad to return to it. So I open this up. I can actually look at the whole map of the level. Here's the level right here. And you select where you want to go with the pad. So I want to go to the one I just dropped, which is right there. Now I explore the other side, the right side of the screen. But there's a whole hell of a lot of it in the later levels. So it kind of cuts down on the speed, but you have to do it and still be fast, basically. Whoops, that's not the right button. When you open up your map, your time does stop mercifully.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Because there should be like just a transport button, but I don't think there is one. I have one left. I've been pushing triangle too much and dropping them, so that's how you do it. You double tap triangle and you can do a fast transport. I knew there was a way to do it. So I actually did that 3 times. I went up the left side, I went up the right side, and then I went up the middle to get the survivors. I'm out of things. I have to restart this stupid level. Oh, it's time to win the Swindle. The Swindle's a sweet game. I really don't expect the average person to like it. I mean, it's challenging. It's hard. I hope.
Wow, you're really selling this game, Tyler.
I hope whoever wins it really likes it.
My opinion is you're probably gonna hate it, but
I think you're probably not gonna like it. But hey, free game's a free game. Come on, Tyler.
Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. Free is free.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and that's one great thing about games with Gold and PlayStation Plus. Great opportunity if you win it to check out a game that you would have probably never checked out, on your own. And if you like it, you like it, and it's awesome. And if not, then you move on with life,
Definitely.
absolutely.
So you guys,
How about NFL preseason?
ugh.
Aww.
I don't care about preseason. I do like football. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. But I definitely don't care about preseason.
What in the world was that?
Yeah,
That was a raspberry. I hate sports.
Oh, whoops. English Premier League. Whoops. Come on, Tyler.
Yeah.
Okay, I do like soccer. Or I like English football. That's good.
Yeah, that started.
All I know is All I know is the Colts start their preseason tomorrow.
Nice. The Dolphins lost their first game already.
Well, that's not going to be the first one.
Yeah, that's nothing new there.
Hey.
I mean, they'll be decent. They'll
be another eight
500 maybe.
Yep, 8-8 year. Doesn't get him a good draft pick. Doesn't get him into the playoffs. Classic Dolphins. Whoops. Although it's almost harder when your team is good but not great. Like if you're a Colts fan, you know that AFC Championship game was kind of probably a heartbreaker.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, yeah, you could say that, but it's not like it's the first AFC title game the Colts have been in the last 10 years, and it's not going to be the last. So you win some, you lose some, you move on.
Yep.
That's why we're winning a title this year.
You can't get too... you're going to win the title this year. You can't get too attached to sports. I know, you know, a lot of people really get into it, which is fine, but sometimes it can be too much. I don't know. I don't think the Patriots... I don't know. You never know with the Patriots. I didn't think they were going to be that good last year. So, Colts are definitely one of the best. I think they're better than the Broncos.
All I know is the Colts are going to put up some records for points this year. The offense is going to be ridiculous. It is going to be insane.
Yeah, Andrew Luck is sure coming into his own.
Y'all might as well be talking in calculus to me.
Don't follow it at all, huh?
Nope.
So you don't know who Andre Johnson is, or
not a
Frank Gore?
Are they both on the Colts?
All right, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Both Andre Johnson and Frank Gore joined the Colts this year.
Cool. Hopefully Gore's not too old. He might have a couple years left.
Yeah, well, that's all. Both of those players. That's all the Colts want out of them is a year or two. That's all they're hoping for.
Yeah, I mean the Colts are looking for right now. You know, they have the pieces set.
The big thing is both starting tight ends and the new wide receiver just got his contract, but it was both starting tight ends, top receiver, top quarterback, one of the top running backs. Everyone was on their contract year this year. So this is the last year many of the players are going to be cheap.
Oh, yeah. Seahawks are getting like that too.
Yeah, so I mean, because you know Luck is going to be making 20-some-odd million next year.
Yep. Yeah, and you just can't bring in the same talent when you're paying, and you have to pay him that much because you can't let a franchise quarterback go. So that's how the Seahawks were too.
He's worth every freaking penny.
Right.
Just like Manning was.
Yeah, you guys did win one, huh?
Well, we did. We should have won two, but now we got one at least.
That stupid onside kick.
Yeah.
I was definitely pulling for the Patriots in that one. Or the Colts in that one.
Well,
I was actually going for the Bears too. I don't like the Bears at all, so that was nice.
Well, for me, it was kind of bittersweet because I'm a Purdue Boilermaker fan. You know, Purdue University.
Oh, for Drew Brees, yeah.
Drew Brees is my man. So it's kind of like, I hate to lose, but love Drew Brees. So, all right, I guess I'll allow it to happen.
Let's go ahead and let's jump. So, you unlock levels with XP, so you can actually, if you're not doing well, you run into like an actually locked level. You may actually have that around level 50, but right now I just beat 18 and I have up to 28 unlocked. So let's jump up to level 28 and see what that looks like, because we're about ready to wrap this stream up. See if we have a new environment or anything like that. Yep, so it looks like we're in some sort of ice world now. Not drastically different, but... Oh, there are also collectibles in this game. There's one right over here. That's what I'm trying to grab right now.
Yeah, I think a game like this could use slightly more variety just based on what I see, and not necessarily of gameplay type, but environment.
Right.
It'd be nice if it looked dramatically different.
Yeah, and it does look like these caverns. And the caverns look about 90% the same, but there's about a 5% difference. These ones are actually iced now. I'm not sure. I don't think I have to. Yes, yeah, I have to actually teleport down.
So is this just a tiny little studio that does this game?
They're called Future Lab. They're definitely not big. I don't know how small they are. Paul actually has an interview with them, which I'm sure will... Oh, and here's like this weird enemy. You have to like dash past him and then shoot him in the back. There we go. Paul has an interview coming out with them. They're pretty small. They did both of these games. I'm trying to think if they have one other notable game or not. I can't remember. They have a couple other... Like, they started as PlayStation Minis. You said you didn't own a PS3, so you probably don't know too much about them. You can play Minis on Vita as well. But that's how they actually got their start, was on PlayStation Minis, and then they've gone all the way from there to like a game like this, $20 game, and honestly, it's pretty close to worth $20. It's a good game. It's a good game. I swear Future Lab made one more game, but I can't think of what it is right now. Our last one. I played about 20 hours of this game when it came out on Vita. It's been on PlayStation for a long time, so I'm just, familiar with this game. And I am also trying to show off how you'll want to be playing this game once you get good at it, because you'll see even how fast I'm going. I'm not getting enough golds on anything anyway. Like, you really have to get going fast. But I mean, it's great. It's a great twitchy game like that. Whoops, Tyler. I always push triangle when I don't mean to push triangle. Now if I screwed this whole level up because I dropped one of those stupid things. So see, I dropped a teleport pad there. I went all the way over here, did these things here. I went into that little area right there, and now I actually have to teleport back here. About 2 minutes later, I have to, like, oh yeah, I teleport back here. But I mean, there's a lot of, like, this teleporting, puzzling kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, this to make it slightly more interesting than the earlier levels.
Yeah. They're more challenging as well.
Definitely.
I like fire with the bombs. It's a really good game. I hope some of you guys decide to check this out. PlayStation Plus owners got lucky that it was a free Plus game. I think it's a really good one. So this is... Do I have that ball? Do I? No. I do. Shit.
Hey, keep it PG.
Oops. Retreat. Yeah. So this is probably me whining about the controls. So you need to... You hold triangle? Yeah. So you have to throw like this teleport ball up there. Then I don't remember how to actually teleport up there. So I skip levels. But you have to do this fast too, and this is a pain in the ass. You push triangle twice.
Yeah, I can see how this would be frustrating real quick.
Right. Everything, and I mean, I was just relearning how to do it, so you can go a lot faster than that, but it's definitely slows down the pace of the game. And if you screw up a throw twice, you might have blown your entire run.
Wow, that's pretty
in regards to getting the 100%, you can obviously still beat the level.
Well, I'm assuming if you're trying to get a really super fast score, you've done this before.
You mean this? What do you mean exactly? Yeah, the game will teach you how to do that. Is that what you mean?
Well, no, I mean like you've done this level, 50
right.
times before.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're playing these levels over and over and memorizing every little area. Why won't you? You also can't die if you want the perfect, which is one more kind of tough thing about it.
That is a bit of a bummer. But I mean, if you're the whole goal is to speed run this, dying is
right. Exactly. But it is possible to like get the time, like beat the time by a few seconds. But if you died once, then it's still you won't get the perfect. You have to go back. So like if you're going for perfect and you die once, you just need to restart. But it'll like boost arrows there. Whoa! I thought the level was over. Level is not over. See, and this is only level 28. This is significantly longer than any of the other levels I was showing off earlier.
Yeah, this is taking quite a bit longer than some of the
other
levels.
This is right around the halfway point of the game. So the game is not... Like, the first 15 levels are not a good example of the length of the game. The game is
what game are you talking about, Icky?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think our last one was mixing up the, well, I may have been doing it on
Well,
purpose, but
yeah.
Xbox controller.
Yeah, I'm sure he's talking about the Xbox controller. I don't even know if he knows I'm playing on PlayStation 4.
There is a $150 PlayStation controller, but those are custom controllers made by a third party. There's no official $150 PlayStation controller.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever buy any of those controllers. It's not like I'm good enough for it to matter.
No, I wouldn't either.
I would maybe buy the Elite controller because I really like being able to remap like the push down L3 and R3. I really like being able to remap those.
What do you remap
the back?
to?
Well, I don't have it yet, but I would like the idea to be able to remap them to
those little paddles or whatever.
Yeah, I hate having to push down the sticks on any controller, honestly, because it's never a good experience.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, though, even with like PC, there's been maybe one game out of the last 10 that I played that have actually changed the controls at all.
So have I not had any critical
Yeah, I
urgency
usually don't.
So there are some levels that are critical urgency. I think that they make you go faster. I think. I'm trying to remember. Maybe not. Time is short on this level, yeah. So there's a few levels where the time is... See, it's not short. It says you still have 20 minutes. Critical urgency must just be for the gold score. Not for overall. I thought the game actually made you forced to go in full speed the whole time. If you want the perfect in a critical urgency level, you need to be going at full speed the whole time. Or basically full time. Try to get as fast as I can, see how close I get.
It seems to be made with much higher quality components, Gluck. So, I mean, there's a good chance that it'll last a lot longer. And they said they also improved bumpers, even on the new controller for the Xbox One that has the audio, the 3.5mm audio jack in it. That they improved it so they last a lot longer. Because that was a big complaint a lot of people had, was those the bumpers wear out pretty fast. And I have to say mine are starting to wear out. And I don't use my Xbox One that much.
I'm assuming none of the new consoles come with the Pro controller, right? Like it's only...
they haven't announced one, no.
Okay. For that amount of price, that would be a very big benefit to including the bundle.
Yeah, but you're going to end up with a $500 bundle.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant. They wouldn't be able to do it for the... Is it $350 now officially? Or is that still unofficial
yes.
price?
For the 500 gig, it's $350. For the 1 terabyte, it's $400.
The Halo one.
And I still think the $500 one I bought with the Kinect originally is worth it.
I think it is, but it seems like they've just completely abandoned the Kinect. I mean, none of their games at Gamescom had any Kinect features built into them.
But, I mean, for me, it was never about the games with the Kinect. It was about everything else. I mean, I think I played one game with the Kinect, the, what is it, Dance Central or one of those. I brought it over to my family's house just for fun, because it's something stupid everyone can play. But otherwise, I mean, it's strictly just for, controlling everything with the voice, Twitch, and all the other stuff.
Sure.
Nice.
I mean, it's pretty good.
So
for
I need to shave 9 seconds off my run, so I'm doing the same level again, seeing if I can do it. Because I got everything else. I also would have to not die, but we'll see how that goes. Then we'll wrap
I
up.
really wish they would use the Kinect for more things. I mean, the voice recognition is fantastic. To use Cortana in the new update for the Xbox One coming out this fall, you will need a Kinect. It won't work with a headset plugged in. It requires the voice processing capabilities of the Kinect.
Yeah, I also wish they'd expand the universal remote functions of it. For instance, I want to be able to say, hey, okay, my Xbox is off, so I don't have to worry about this, but Xbox, HDMI 2 or something like that.
Sure.
So it could control my receiver instead of having to use a button for like just that one thing.
Yeah, mine will turn my receiver on, but that's about the extent of it.
Yeah, exactly. When you tell it to turn it on, that's about all it does. And volume, but
Yeah, that's true.
I think I got it on that one, pretty sure.
no, it's amazing how
146
used
exactly.
I am. It's amazing how used I am to using the Kinect now, because even if I go to a hotel room like the first night, I catch myself trying to turn it on by talking to it.
That's funny. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap the stream up. We're done with the codes, right, Brian?
Yep.
With the
Yep,
prizes.
we've been done for
Cool.
a little while.
Well, thank you everyone for stopping by. This has been Velocity 2X. It's an awesome game. Comes out next week on Xbox One and Steam. I think it's gonna be $20. We confirmed that. And
Yep.
yeah, it's cool. Any final words, guys?
Not really. Just feel free to make sure you follow all 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Follow
should-
me
we
on
should-
Twitch. I stream, strange platformers and puzzle games usually. You can watch me be frustrated for an hour.
Those are great games. They're not always the best Twitch games, but they are great games.
Mm.
You guys may want to type it in. That's the best
that's
way
a
to
good
get someone to
point.
Maybe click on it. So yeah, Eastex, I'm assuming will be back next week, next Saturday to stream. He'll have an interview with this developer posted sometime, probably, I'm guessing not till he gets back now. So sometime next week. And yep, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see everyone later.